Lamentation chapter 5. Prayer for restoration. Lord, remember what has happened to us. See how we have been disgraced. Our inheritance has been turned over to stranger, our home to foreigner. We are orphan and fatherless. Our mother a widow. We have to pray for water to drink, and even firewood is expensive. Those who pursue us are at our heel. We are exhausted, but we are given no rest. We submit to Egypt and Assyria to get enough food to survive. Our ancestors sinned, but they have died, and we are suffering the punishment they deserved. Slaves have now become our master. There is no one left to rescue us. We hunt for food at the risk of our lives, for violence rules the countryside. The farming has blackened our skin as though baked in an oven. Our enemies rape the women in Jerusalem and the young girls in all the towns of Judah. Our princes are being hanged by their thumbs, and our elders are treated with contempt. Young men are led away to work at the milestones, and boys staggered under heavy load of wood. The elders no longer sit in the city gate. The young men no longer dance and sing. Joy has left our heart. Our dancing has turned to mourning. The garland have fallen from our head. Weep for us because we have sinned. Our hearts are sick and weary, and our eyes grown dim with tears. For Jerusalem is empty and desolate, a place haunted by jackals. But Lord, you remain the same forever. Your throne continues from generation to generation. Why do you continue to forget us? Why have you abandoned us for so long? Restore us, O Lord, and bring us back to you again. Give us back the joy we once had. Or had you utterly rejected us? Are you angry with us still? Ezekiel chapter 1. A vision of living being. On July 31st of my 30th year, while I was with the Judean exile beside the Calvary river in Babylon, the heavens were opened and I saw the vision of God. This happened during the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity. The Lord gave this message to Ezekiel, son of Buzi, a priest, beside the Calvary river in the land of the Babylonia, and he felt the hand of the Lord took hold of him. As I looked, I saw the great storm coming from the Lord, driving before it a huge cloud that flashed with lightning and shone with brilliant light. There was fire inside the cloud, and in the middle of the fire glowed something like gleaming amber. From the center of the cloud came 4 living beings that looked human, except that each has 4 faces and 4 wings. Their leg was straight, and the feet had hooped like those of calf, and stone like burnished bronze. Under each of the 4 wings I could see human hands. So each of the 4 beings had 4 faces and 4 wings. The wing of each living being touched the wing of the being beside. Each one moved straight forward in any direction without turning around. Each had a human face in the front, and the face of the lion on the right side, the face of an ox on the left side, and the face of an eagle at the back. Each had 2 pairs of outstretched wings, 1 pair stretched out to touch the wing of the living being on either side of it, and the other pair covered its body. They went in whatever direction the spirit chose, and they moved straight forward in any direction without turning around. The living being looked like a bright coal of fire or brilliant torch, and the lightning seemed to flash back and forth among them, and the living being darted to and fro like flash of lightning. As I looked at this being, I saw the 4 wheels touching the ground beside them. 1 wheel belongs to each. Their wheels spark as if made of beryl. All 4 wheels look alike and they're made the same. Each wheel had a second wheel turning crosswise. Within, the beams could move in any of the 4 directions they faced, without turning as they moved. The rim of the 4 wheels were tall and frightened, and they were covered with eyes all round. When the living being moved, the wheels moved with them. When they flew upward, the wheel went up too. The spirit of living being was in the wheel, so whenever the spirit went, the wheel and the living being also went. When the beam moved, the wheel moved. When the beam stopped, the wheel stopped. When the beam flew upward, the wheel rose up. For the spirit of living being was in the wheel. Spread above them was a surface like the sky, glittering like crystal. Beneath this surface, the wing of each living being stretched out to touch the other wing, and each had 2 wings covering the body. As they flew, the wing sounded to me like waves crashing against the shore, or like the voice of the Almighty, or like the shouting of a mighty army. When they stopped, they let down their wing. As they stood with wing lower, a voice spoke from beyond the crystal surface above them. Above this surface was something that looked like a throne made of blue lapis lazuli, and on this throne, high above, was a figure whose appearance resembled a man from what appeared to be his waist up. He looked like a gleaming amber, flickering like a fire, and from his waist down he looked down a burning flame, shining with splendor. All around him was a glowing halo, like a rainbow shining in the cloud on a rainy day. This is what the glory of the Lord looked like to me. When I saw it, I fell face down on the ground, and I heard someone's voice speaking to me. Chapter 2. Ezekiel called and commissioned. Stand up, son of man, said the voice. I want to speak with you. The Spirit came into me as he spoke and set me on my feet. I listened carefully to his words. Son of man, he said, I am sending you to the nation of Israel, a rebellion nation that has rebelled against me. They and their ancestors had been rebelling against me to this very day. They are a stubborn and hard-hearted people, but I am sending you to say to them, this is what the sovereign Lord said. And whether they listen or refuse to listen, for remember they are rebelled, at least they will know they have had a prophet among them. Son of man, do not fear them or the word. Do not be afraid, even though their threateners surround you like nettle and briar and stinging scorpion. Do not be dismayed by their dark scroll, even though they are rebelled. You must give them my message whether they listen or not. But they won't listen, for they completely rebellion. Son of man, listen to what I say to you. Do not join them in their rebellion. Open your mouth and eat what I give you. Then I looked and saw a hand reaching out to me. It held a scroll which he unrolled, and I saw that both sides were covered with funeral songs, word of sorrow and the pronouncement of doom. All right, so we end of lamentation, and then we will go into a new prophecy. All right, so that's today's Bible study. Hope you like. God bless everyone. Let's see you tomorrow.